Want to satisfy your craving for delicious meals without any guilt? Then keep seafood high on your menu. With 30 years experience, Central Coast Seafood selects from the finest local and worldwide fishermen and producers with an average of 600 fresh and frozen products available daily. At Central Coast Seafood, we pride ourselves on the healthy lifestyle. Make your seafood choices wisely and ask for Central Coast Seafood wherever you shop or dine. Central Coast Seafood, freshest fish on land.
Playhouse Wines, family-owned, estate-grown, pure and ripe yet elegant flavors from Paso Robles. From our popular adobe blends to the rare selections of Playhouse Estate, you're certain to find a wine or two to please yourself, your family, and your friends. Delicious wines for kicking back or entertaining, along with a distinctive selection of wine country gift items, all at Playhouse Wines, open 7 days a week. We look forward to you joining us at Playhouse Wines in downtown Paso Robles, at the corner of 13th and Pine. Playhouse Wines, family-owned, estate-grown, and waiting for you in downtown Paso Robles.
My name is Christina, and I'm the owner of Dining with Andre and Sustainably Gourmet, our show today. Today's sponsors are Playhouse Wines, Central Coast Seafoods, Canyon Ranch Farms, Idler's Appliance, and Taylor Rental Party Plus. Gosh, it's been 10 years since we were married, and on our honeymoon, we came up here to the Central Coast. We both fell in love with the terroir. My husband Andre, who's a native of the south of France, said it's reminded him of his homeland. And we've seen the agriculture here flourish. When we moved up here, there were 80 wineries, and now there are over 280 wineries. On this show, we're going to bring the elements of the agriculture, the wine, and the food under the magic touch of Chef Andre. You will experience a unique food and wine pairing with the winemaker and the chef, sipping, tasting, discussing. Enjoy.
Welcome to the show. Today I would like to introduce Blake Kuhn from Playhouse. He's a winemaker for the company. And thank you for coming today.
No, first
nice to see you here. And I know your company is making quite a lot of different varieties of wine. And I know you are very proud in a few of those little, I understand, adobe kind of style of wine. Why don't you talk to us about what you're doing for the company?
Okay. We are Playhouse Wines, and we are located locally in Paso Robles area. Our vineyard is a 1,400-acre vineyard. It's sustainably farmed. It's just south of Highway 46, and we're really proud to be able to turn these wonderful grapes into many of the wines that we make. What we have here today, we're featuring our Adobe Series wines. They are all blends, and simply put, there is a red, a white, and a pink. These wines were basically designed on two concepts. One being blending with purpose, which you are very familiar with from the south of France, and also Paso with restraint. They're lower alcohol wines, but with lots of fruit, lots of flavors, but not the heavy alcohol. It's very food friendly, and I'm really excited about being able to share them with you.
I am so excited to have from Central Coast Seafood Company, Nancy Osario, that is going to come and explain to us what the company is doing here in the Central Coast. Please welcome Nancy. Nice to have you here.
Thank you. It's an honor to be invited.
You're welcome.
Central Coast Seafood is primarily focused on sustainable seafood, and we do provide seafood amongst the restaurants all the way up to San Francisco, down south to Woodland Hills, and as far east to the San Joaquin Valley. We do promote as much of the local product as we can possibly do. Our seafood specialists are out there on the ocean on a daily basis bringing in fresh catch every day. We do bring it in whole. We keep it in the format of whole, and then we fillet it to order based on the orders. I understand today you're going to be working with black cod, which is locally caught out of Morro Bay, and then also our ahi, which is a yellowfin tuna caught out of the Hawaii auction. So Andre, explain to me what you're going to be doing with this piece of ahi.
Well, with this type of tuna right here, the cut that we have, I'm going to be searing the fish and slice it very thin and make like a sashimi type using microgreens inside the roll. And the sauce will be a sesame and ginger, an excellent little appetizer, and that will be served on the bed of marinated cucumber, and it does really goes very well in the summertime, and I think with the wine that we have today also.
Sounds delicious.
Canyon Ranch Farms is a family farm specializing in rare lettuce and salad mixes. Everything is naturally grown, cut fresh, delivered fresh, and never stored. On our 60-acre farm, we do everything from Hass avocados, microgreens, and microherbs to custom-grown rare vegetables and starters for your own garden. From our family farm to your family table, call us.
Welcome to Taylor Rental Party Plus. Because of you, we have been a local family-owned business since 1994. We've worked hard to earn our reputation of excellence by providing top-quality tents, custom linens, exquisite table settings, lighting, dance floors, but most of all, top-quality customer service. Our expert staff are available for a free consultation to help you plan your event. Thank you, Central Coast, for your support.
Today I'm going to be using some microgreens that are coming from Canyon Ranch Farm. They provide all kind of vegetable, but they are specialized in a little microgreen. I have a selection of salads, herbs, and vegetable microgreens. A microgreen is actually a phase in the growing of a plant. Of course, they start in the dirt versus the sprout that is starting in the water. But the second phase of the growing of the part is actually the microgreens, and it takes about 10 to 15 days before they can harvest the leaves. This is a lot of work for them, and myself, I like to use them today, the salad, particularly into my first dish with the tuna, and this is what I'm going to be doing. All right, the first step for this dish is to marinate the cucumber, and I'm going to cut this cucumber in a very, very thin slice. This way you will be able to take the marinade easier. I don't really need that much. This kind of operation can be done also beside using a knife. I'm going to put the cucumber into the bowl over here, and I'm going to season with a little bit of salt. And then add a little bit of the lemon juice and a little pepper, and I just toss it and leave that on the side for about 10-15 minutes. All right, to start this sauce, you know, I need about 2 cloves of garlic here, already minced up, chopped, really fine in puree. And then I have a grated 2 tablespoons of fresh ginger. I'm going to add a little bit of this rice wine vinegar and a little soy. It has a really definitively an intonation of oriental kind of dressing. And this is a sesame paste here, very flavorful and tasty. You know, sometimes it could be a little bitter if you use too much. And then right now I'm mixing all those ingredients together to make it very smooth. Then I will add a little bit of the sesame oil. And finally, I am going to be adding some oil for emulsion of the dressing to make it thick like a sauce. Then I do slowly at a time to get this nice consistency. And if the sauce was too thick at this point, I will add a little bit of water. I don't have to add the whole quantity I talk about. It's just a little bit to make it very liquid. And then I finish it with a pinch of salt. And that would be all for my dressing. I'm going to test it. It sounds fine to me, it's great. On the loin here, we have this fat that we need to remove because it doesn't look too good after it's cooked. It becomes too dark and gray. And then in the meantime, I will use the knife and I will really pull up the skin down below. This particular piece is a little too big for what I want to do. I'm going to cut it in half, and I'm going to use half of that. I will put some seasoning, salt, and pepper. In the meantime, I have this pan going really hot here, okay? And I will be searing the fish. I don't see if you can see the smoke. I am using a cast iron pan because sometimes if you use a pan that is too thin, when you put a piece of meat or a piece of fish that is cold, it's going to cool down the pan. And at home, I know you may have some smaller burner, and then it cools down the pan. It doesn't do the job that you want to achieve. Now, having a bigger burner and having this pan to magazine all the heat like this, it will take maybe about 2 minutes to sear the fish on all the different areas. Okay. Then that will take about, I would say, a couple minutes, you know, to have the fish ready. The intent is not to cook the fish inside, is to keep it raw. And then the last part will be this side. At that point, the fish is going to be put to rest for about 1 or 2 minutes on the plate here. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. Actually, the searing is more to give a flavor than anything else, you know. You could do that particular dish raw, but it looks better to have a little trim of cooked parts on the fish itself. Now we got to cut the tuna. Of course, the piece is a little hard for me to be able to make a very large slice. I'm going to cut it in an angle. That's really the first slice will not be used too much. The reason I cut it in an angle is to expand the size of the slice, and when we roll the salad into it, it will look really much better. See, as we go along here, I have a better way about it. See, the slices are beautiful, you know, like sashimi style, really very thin, is better. Then comes the time to select my greens. I'm going to put a little arugula in there and a little bit of mash. And endive, make it really nice. And the wasabi, actually the wasabi is very, very potent. It has a lot of spice in there. I will use a little bit of my sauce that I pre-made, okay? I make this little kind of mixture here, really very smooth. Then I will take some and I will put a little bit in each of the roll, the slice, and then I will roll this up on his own, like this. Okay, now I will add a little bit of my cucumber as a bed at the base for my dish. And I will place the tuna roll. And finally, add a little sauce on the top to finish the dish. And for decoration, I will put a little bit of the wasabi right there. And voila.
Idler's is the Central Coast headquarters for appliances, bedding, kitchen design, and so much more. Idler's carries the finest brands of appliances and features the best prices on those brands. Idler's has been providing the appliance needs for this community since 1954, and that experience carries over to their expertise in kitchen design and bedding. Idler's service is unparalleled and their showrooms are amazing. Idler's mission is to provide you incredible selection, great service, and the best prices, guaranteed.
Canyon Ranch Farms is a family farm specializing in rare lettuce and salad mixes. Everything is naturally grown, cut fresh, delivered fresh, and never stored. On our 60-acre farm, we do everything from Hass avocados, microgreens, and microherbs to custom-grown rare vegetables and starters for your own garden. From our family farm to your family table, call us.
Hi, I'm Mary Barncastle.
And I'm Ernie Barncastle.
We own Taylor Rental Party Plus, and we're proud to be part of Sustainably Gourmet. Like Chef Andre, who pairs his wonderful food with the different wineries here on the Central Coast, we'd like to invite you to come into one of our 2 locations so that you can pair your special event with some beautiful linens and tableware. So please come in to one of our locations.
We're in San Luis Obispo, Paso Robles, or on the net at www.taylorrents.net.
Here we are again with Nancy Osario from Central Coast Seafood Company. She's going to talk to us about the black cod that we have here today that we are going to be cooking. Now, tell me a little bit, is that really a cod?
No, it's not in the cod family at all. It's a sable fish. Another term for it is a butterfish. So it is locally caught out of Morro Bay. And one of the things I wanted to point out was something to look at when you're actually purchasing a whole fish to look at is that the skin, it has a elasticity about it. When you press onto it, the eyes are very clear. There's no dried grayed pockets inside there. And then underneath the gills, you have a very nice pink look to it. There's nothing aging within that.
Thank you very much, Nancy. Thanks again for coming and describing all those beautiful food that you brought today.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much.